Imagine you want to use AI in your projects, like generating text, summarizing articles, image recognition, audio or video generation, whatever a LLM can do. Normally, training an AI model from scratch would take a lot of time, computing power, money, and expertise. That's where Hugging Face comes in. Hugging Face is like GitHub of AI, but specifically for machine learning models. So just like GitHub is go-to platform for open source software development, libraries and framework, Hugging Face is the go-to platform for open source LLM models and datasets and tools. So you can not only find and use AI models, but also publish your own fine-tuned models and even deploy them as an application directly on Hugging Face, similar to how GitHub Pages works for hosting websites. So to get started with Hugging Face, just sign up on Hugging Face using your email. Once you are in, you have access to all its powerful AI tools. Hugging Face having nearly 4 important pages. So the first one is a model page where it has all pre-trained models information, and second one is data sets, training data sets and spaces and post. You will see each one by one. Let's start with the model. Just go to the Hugging Face and click the models page. So here you can see all the available open models like DeepSeek R1 and Alibaba's Quinn models, and even Meta's LLM are also available, and Google also. Google's Gemma, a recent LLM model published by Google. It is open source. So Gemini is not open source. This is open source. So all the open source LLM model available. So let's say DeepSeek. Type DeepSeek. Just click this. So each model having their own dedicated model page. So it has all the information like what the model does, how it was trained, how well it performs. So those kind of information can see here. So in the model page itself, you can try this model directly with the inference provider. So let's say just be 0.11 or so here itself the model is running. This inference provider you can directly try on the go and by reading this information. See here it is running just like how the chat.deepseek.com website. Let's say in the model page you can go to that organization site. So DeepSeek is an organization. If you go to the organization site from the model, so it has all the available other models provided by that organization. Here V3, R1 and those are available, and version 2 Janus. So all the information you can see. And if you want to use this model in your application, Hugging Face provided a ready to use Python snippets by clicking this transformers. So Hugging Face provide a transformers library. You can use this snippet to try this model in your application. So it will take care of downloading the model and loading the model, and it will execute and provide the answer to you. It's like having a library of super smart AI tools ready to use whenever you need them. And in the model page, you can see the files also. So what are all the files? I mean, it is a Git page, Git repository actually it is. So it has all the commits information with along with them branches, and it has community tabs where users just having a discussion, and if there is a issue they raise up issues and pull requests for this particular model. And in the models you can search those model by task. Let's say you want a video text to text model. If you click that, those open source model for this task is available, and so your application need a feature that needs to extract text from an image. So image text to text, if you click means those open source models available, you can utilize it using transformers. So that's how easy. And here you can see natural language summarization, text to speech, you can add it in your application using those open source models. So that's about the model page. Now second one is the data sets. So if we go to the Hugging Face and go to the data set page, Hugging Face has a data sets over more than 200,000 data sets for text, images, audio, you name it. Instead of spending time for collecting and preparing data from scratch for your AI model, you can use this pre-existing data sets available on Hugging Face. The advantage is you don't need to worry about cleaning and processing your data. It's already taken care of it. You can focus on building your model. So let's say you need a data set for finance, you need data set for stock market tweets, and those are available. Let's say you are building a health application, so you can build, let's say, cancer data information, health related data or health counseling data. And if we want a movie database like IMDb data sets also available. Let's see the example of IMDb. So each data set it has their own dedicated page also with dataset cards. There you can see some overview of what data sets is available, and you can see this in the data studio also, and you can query with the SQL command those because it is a large data, right? So you can query it based how many data you want. You can take it and you can download the data sets for your model training and testing purposes also. And same like model page, it has their own files and versions like Git, and that it has their own community page where users discuss about the data, and if there are any issues they will raise a pull request and issues. Let's say I want stock market tweets. Let's can click it, and for each tweet about stock related tweets, so it has nearly 1.7 million rows it available. It's a huge data sets for the stock. So you can just take this data and train it with your model. You can fine tune it with your own data. You can load this data sets in your projects with just one line of code using dataset library. Import load dataset and give the exact name dataset name. It's a high quality community style data that saves you from hunting down or cleaning it yourself. So there are a lot of ways to import the data sets. You can use the Panda also, and you can pass those as a Parquet format. Just go through the data sets, whatever format you want a task, and you can get those data available. And the next one, spaces. It is running LLM model. So now just go to the Hugging Face page, just click the spaces. It is my favorite part. Spaces like mini apps built by the community to show off what AI can do. It's like a demo application. Think of them as an interactive demo. So here the space, so just click the stable diffusion, cat with the fish in hand. So if I give the prompt and if I run it, I give a command cat with the fish in hand. So I run it, so I got the image. So you can directly run those models in the space. There are lots of model with the categories like image generation and video generation, text to language, speech symbols. The 3D game models also available, and image editing models also. Everything you can just like you can test it directly here with the spaces. So do you want to make it your own? You have to. So you have to use the Gradio or Streamlit. So let's see, go to the Gradio and Streamlit. See here this one. So gradient text box called name, and output is a text box. A greet is a button, and simply clicking and you can give a function what it needs to do. So that's how it is, just a 4 lines it creates this simple application. So if you write this, you can deploy this in your spaces and it will execute your model, and you can show it a demo. And the final page is a new page when recently added the post. So you train the new models, fine tune new models, you added new data sets. So you need to publish those in the Hugging Face itself instead of going at that particular social site. So here itself you can post this and people can talk about, discuss about this. So you can utilize the existing open source model, and you can use the data sets and fine tune the data sets that whatever you want for your projects, or even you can create your own and deploy it in the spaces and provide it to everyone. So everything is possible because of this transformer library and dataset library primarily. So whether you are a beginner experiment with the AI or developer building advanced application, Hugging Face make it easy to get started. So we are planning for Hugging Face series. So when those, we will cover in depth about how we can use those models and data sets and spaces, and even use the transformers model. So in this Hugging Face series, so we are planning for each thing in depth, and at finally you will able to utilize the Hugging Face transformer library and build any AI feature for your application with the Hugging Face transformers model. So that will be the final goal for this series. Thank you, and we will see you in the next video.